What if you could make money while you sleep? And no, that's not some fantasy. It's the very real power of automatic wealth. Today, we're going to break down the practical strategies you can actually use to build passive income streams and, ultimately get a little closer to financial freedom. So let's just start with a quick question. Does this feel at all familiar? You work hard, you're grinding it out, you put in the hours, but it just feels like you've hit a ceiling. I mean, with only so many hours in the day, there's a hard limit on how much you can earn. It's a really frustrating cycle to get trapped in. And this really gets to the core of the problem. You see, active income is kind of like a hamster wheel. The second you stop running, the money stops coming in. But passive income, well, that's the goal, right? It's about building a system that generates money for you automatically. Whether you're working, sleeping, or off on a vacation, it's about your money working for you, not the other way around. And this is where the big mindset shift happens. We're not just looking for another job or another side hustle. We are looking to build a machine. Think about that. A well-oiled system that, once you get it built, churns out income with just a little bit of ongoing effort. This machine, this is your path to real freedom. Okay, so the first question is always, great, but where do I even begin? Well, the most accessible place to start for pretty much anyone is what we're calling the low-effort launchpad. These are strategies that let you start building with the resources you already have. So what if that money just sitting in your savings account or your emergency fund could be doing more for you? I mean, a lot more. We're talking about potential interest rates of 4%, maybe even higher, with basically zero risk. This is probably the simplest machine you can build, the High Yield Savings Account, or HYSA. It's just an insured savings account that pays a much, much higher interest rate than your typical brick-and-mortar bank. It's the perfect passive first step for your emergency fund or any short-term savings. Ready for something with a little more punch? Let's talk about peer-to-peer lending. Imagine for a second that you get to be the bank. You can use these online platforms to lend money directly to other people or to small businesses, and then they pay you back with interest. Now, of course, there's a trade-off here. The reward is a much higher potential interest rate, for sure, but the risk is that, well, sometimes borrowers don't pay their loans back. So the key strategy to manage this is diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Instead of funding one big loan, you spread your investment out across hundreds of tiny ones to minimize the hit from any single default. But what if you have more skills and time on your hands than you do cash? Well, that brings us to our second path, the creator's hustle. This path is all about investing your time and your effort up front to build a machine that pays you back passively later on. One of the most powerful creator machines you can build is the digital product. Now, the process sounds simple, but it isn't easy. You invest your time to create one high-quality product, just one time, you list it on a marketplace, and then it can be sold an infinite number of times, generating revenue for you for years to come. So just think about your own skills right now. Are you a fantastic organizer? Maybe you could create a digital planner. A talented photographer? You could license your photos on stock websites. A gifted writer? An ebook could be your machine. The possibilities are truly endless, and they're all based on the expertise you already have. Another great creator strategy is affiliate marketing. This is where you earn a commission just by recommending products that you genuinely use and trust. The real key here is to place your unique affiliate links inside what's called evergreen content. Think of an in-depth blog review or a YouTube tutorial, something that people will be searching for and clicking on for years and years. Let's be real, this path makes a very clear deal with you. Whether it's a digital product or an online course, the upfront work is high. Sometimes it's very high. But once that machine is built, the ongoing work becomes low and the income can become truly passive. Now, if you're someone who has more capital than you do free time, that opens up our third and final path, the investor's portfolio. This is the classic approach, using the money you already have to build machines that generate even more money. The cornerstone of this kind of portfolio is the dividend. The best way to think of it is like a little thank you note from a company you own a piece of. When stable, profitable companies have extra cash, they often share it with you, their shareholder. They literally send you money, usually every 3 months, just for holding their stock. And here is where the magic really happens. You can take those dividend payments and automatically reinvest them to buy more shares of that same company. Then, those new shares earn their own dividends, which then buy even more shares. This is that powerful, self-fueling compounding loop that builds serious wealth over time. You know, real estate has always been a classic wealth builder, but the game has totally changed. The traditional path meant you needed a huge amount of capital, plus you had the hands-on headache of being a landlord. The modern path, through crowdfunding, lets you become a fractional owner in large properties for as little as $100, and it is completely passive. And let's not forget about a digital asset that acts a lot like real estate, the niche blog. By creating the go-to resource on a very specific topic, you build an asset that attracts traffic from search engines. That traffic then generates passive income through ads and affiliate links for years. It's like owning your own little valuable plot of internet real estate. Okay, so we've covered a whole range of powerful strategies, right? From low-effort starters to creator-driven projects and classic investments. But knowledge is pretty useless without action. So now it's your turn to move from just inspiration to actually building your machine. This is the crucial point. If there is one single thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Passive income is not free money. It is the direct result of focused, active effort. You have to be willing to put in the work to build the machine first before you can kick back and enjoy the automatic rewards. So, this leaves us with one final crucial question for you. Looking at all these options we've just explored, from the simple to the ambitious, which machine are you going to start building this month? Remember, that first step, no matter how small it feels, is always the most important one. Thanks for tuning in.